One more time for the greatest team in America.
Hi folks, this is Alan Tyson for Lee Hill & Johnston Insurers. Well, I have to admit to you, I was shaking like a dog trying to pass a peach seed all week leading up to last Saturday's trip to the Pelican State. After doing a little research on Monday for our video, I realized the Warhawks were going to be a hard nut to crack, especially on the road. 2 of their 4 losses were to Ole Miss and Texas A&M. After giving up 28 points in the second quarter, they played Troy to an 8-point game, racking up 490 yards of total offense and outscoring the Trojans 20-0 in the second half. 3 weeks later, they beat Coastal Carolina like a drum 45-20 in Conway. Though their defense was not ranked very high nationally, they had actually played pretty doggone good in 5 of their 8 games, including holding their last 2 opponents before us to an average of only 17 points per contest. Throw in the fact they had 2 weeks to prepare, and this was a perfect storm for this bunch of ballistic birds from the Bayou State. Here's an interesting note for you. In the first 10 weeks of this year's college football season, 44 teams ranked in the top 25 have been beaten by lesser ranked opponents. Eagle Nation, we aren't in Kansas anymore. We are playing big boy football, and everybody has enough athletes to beat you if you don't wear your big boy britches every Saturday. Now, losing is always a hard pill to swallow, but there are 3 things I can say after this loss. 7 is more than 0, 2 is less than 9, and all our major goals are still out there for the taking. Got to play them 1 game at a time, Big Blue. As for today, our Eagles are celebrating Senior Day at Glenn Bryant Field as the men of Troy have motored over from Pike County, ALA, hoping to run their record to 6-0 in the Sun Belt. This will be the 10th meeting between the 2 schools in the modern era, with our Birds holding a 6-3 lead in that series, having won 4 of the last 5 games. The Trojans have been pretty doggone sporty over the last 3 years under Coach Neil Brown, posting a 28-7 record, including wins over LSU in 2017 and Nebraska earlier this year. At 7-2, these citizens of the ancient city are tough on both sides of the ball. They are averaging 5.4 yards per carry on the ground while leading the conference in rushing defense. They are number 1 in the conference in pass completion percentage. They are 2nd in scoring offense and 3rd in scoring defense. These guys are good. But I got some bad news for these Dartons from the heart of Dixie. Our Bluebirds of Prey are pretty doggone good themselves. Folks, you can lock up the women and children for this one because it is bound to be a battle of epic proportion. I look for our men in blue to pull out all the stops on offense while continuing to play disciplined and patient. I look for our defense to return to form, stuffing the run and preventing the big play. If we can win the turnover battle and the kicking game, I think we got a doggone good chance of moving 1 step closer to winning the Sun Belt for the 2nd time in only 5 years in the league. Lay a licking on these Lion Hearts from Lower Alabama, Eagles.
And folks, you just can't beat that. And you just can't beat Georgia Southern. And you ain't seen nothing yet.